Dear viewers, welcome back to your favorite channel. Today is a very fine day here in Mombasa, and I'm glad to be back after a very long journey. So I hope you're well from wherever you're watching us. So let's go straight to a certain Twitter posted by MUTAHI NGUNYI. We've known that MUTAHI NGUNYI has always been President Ruto Kenyatta's die-hard supporter. And for those people who don't know, but MUTAHI NGUNYI is a proud owner of the Fifth Estate, though currently the Fifth Estate is not active. So there is a Twitter post that MUTAHI NGUNYI posted, and this has caught the attention of many Kenyans, and it is in a way trying to symbolize that MUTAHI NGUNYI could be warming up to William Ruto's presidency. So let's get straight into this post. So this is what MUTAHI NGUNYI had to say. Give it to Ruto. Like him or not, this man is humble. He has rewarded everyone that stood by him. The currency of politics is loyalty, not competence. And his cabinet is credible. Now they must weave the hustler doctrine in whatever shape or form. This is our new normal. That is the tweet by MUTAHI NGUNYI. Before we do our critical analysis on that tweet, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to welcome you again and to urge any viewer who has not subscribed, please to support us by subscribing to our channel. And once again, I'd like to say thank you so much for those who've been with us until this date. Like I said, MUTAHI NGUNYI is already dancing to the hustlers' tune. This, to so many people, is a bit shocking, but to politics, in the matters of politics, there are no permanent enemies. I started off by saying that MUTAHI NGUNYI was a die-hard supporter of Uhuru Kenyatta. Now, Uhuru Kenyatta was in support of Raila Amolo Odinga's presidency. Unfortunately, Raila Amolo Odinga did not win that election according to the results which were shared with the Kenyan public. So the sudden change of heart towards William Samoei Ruto was something that we all knew would happen, but we just didn't know when. When MUTAHI NGUNYI would soften for William Samoei Ruto. So MUTAHI NGUNYI has referred to William Samoei Ruto as being honorable. Why is it so? This is what I believe. I think I agree with the point to some extent, because perhaps reason is that he has rewarded the likes of Aisha Juma, the likes of Moses Kuria. These have always been the die-hard supporters of William Samoei Ruto, and the support that they've had on William Samoei Ruto costed their political ambition. Moses Kuria wanted to become, the governor. Aisha Juma too wanted to become the governor, but because of that support, they could not ascend to that position. One thing I disagree with our dear president, despite the fact that I agree with the fact that MUTAHI NGUNYI has said that he did something honorable, but I disagree with William Samoei Ruto in the fact that he went for politicians while the Constitution discourages it. The Constitution says that the CSS should not become from the political arena. They should be just, independent people, business people. Those are the ones who are supposed to be the cabinet secretaries. But he went for politicians who have been elected by their relevant electorates. That is what I disagree with William Samoei Ruto on. The people like Duale, people like Ichungwa, not Ichungwa, but the people like Murkomen, these are people who are elected. Now, the mere fact that he went to the same people to again award them different job already eats into the taxpayers' budget. What does that mean? That means IEBC will have to subject the relevant counties, the relevant constituencies, the relevant wards, because I understand there is one CS who was a ward was actually an MCA, but was awarded a ministerial job. That means that ward will be subjected to a by-election. So there will be a series of by-elections going forward because of these appointments. So that's one thing that I disagree with the President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto. As much as I tend to agree with him on being honorable, but that fact that he had to go for the people being elected by the electorate are only meaning that those people will have to again be subjected to a fresh election, a fresh by-election, and then they will be forced to pick the people they wouldn't want to have as their leaders. Because if, for instance, if someone wanted Duale to be their representative, like a senator, and then all of a sudden Duale is appointed to a ministerial job, then that would mean these people will have to again make another decision of appoint or rather voting for another person whom they wouldn't have voted for in the first place. So when Kenya Kwanza, after inauguration, there was talk of the government not having money. So the mere fact that the by-election mood is now coming back to Kenyans, that means the IEBC will have to invest again in those by-elections, and that means there will be the wages to be paid, ballot papers to be printed, an election to be conducted. The wave that will subject the country into another electioneering mood. So MUTAHI NGUNYI seems to be warming up, like I said, to the current president. And I read somewhere someone said that the gentleman, MUTAHI NGUNYI, anatafuta kazi at the Fifth Estate. That is the kind of article I came across. Of course we know that MUTAHI NGUNYI's channel is now not active because it was of pro-Raila, pro-Uhuru, but then and anti-Raila and anti-Ruto, but then this time round they can't propagate whatever they used to propagate because the new president is in town. That's the William Samoei Ruto. So I think MUTAHI NGUNYI is beginning to warm up to William Samoei Ruto because he's basically trying to prepare the channel for a second wave of interactions with the public. So ladies and gentlemen, I would like to wind up there. Please take a moment and subscribe to our channel if you have not subscribed to this level, and then give us a comment. What do you think about this MUTAHI NGUNYI sudden change of heart? What do you think? Do you think is justified? Do you think MUTAHI NGUNYI is right to make such a kind of decision? Please share with us what you think about that move. But I'd like to urge you to stay safe and stay blessed until we meet again for another analysis.